evening, my little snot rags, and welcome to another evening with Dante Nightly's Nightly Bedtime Stories, Thoughts, and Poems. Tonight's story is called What's Under the Stairs. She stood at the top of the stairs. There were 16 of them. She never used the last 4. She would simply jump and hit the floor running. This way, it was only 10 steps until she reached the safety of her bedroom. She was terrified that the monster under the stairs was going to grab her ankles and pull her through the stairs, all while eating her alive. As an extra precaution, she would always leave the downstairs light on, day and night. But her new stepmother was determined to keep the lights off in an effort to help her grow up. She had to resort to running down the stairs, jumping the last 4, sprinting to her room, and leaping onto her bed from the doorway. Unfortunately, this process was very loud. Her landing with a heavy thud could be heard all through the house, and the crack of the bedpost slamming into the wall went straight up to her parents' room. And when her stepmother found the holes that her crash landing had caused, that's when the real yelling began. She argued her case, but her stepmother would not hear any more of it. "Grow up," she yelled. "There's nothing under the stairs." And then she ordered her to her room. Now she stood facing the monster in the dark. 16 stairs, 10 steps, 1 leap. She would rather be grounded than dead, and off she went. En route, she slapped the hallway switch, and on went the light. She landed on her bed with a crack of the bedpost, safe and sound. The commotion was immediately followed by a stomping through the house, and she could tell it was too light to be her father's footsteps. Her stepmother stood over her, screaming awful things. When she finished her tirade, she slammed the light off and stomped up the stairs, leaving the poor girl crying, alone and scared. Hours had passed and she couldn't move. The light of the moon spilled in, but fell short just at the hallway. All she could do was stare into the glowing red eyes that were staring back at her from under the stairs. Her breath was shallow and her heart pounded. All it took was the furnace suddenly roaring to life to break the tension. She screamed as loud as any human could. She begged for her father's help, but that's not who answered the call. Her stepmother stomped her way through the house. Round 2 was about to begin. The little girl could not see the monster's mouth, but she could tell by its eyes that it was smiling at her. The moment the stepmother's foot touched the 4th step, 2 claws seized her ankles. The bedroom door slammed shut as the stepmother was pulled through the gap between the stairs. The little girl could only hear the shrieks, snarls, and cracking bones. A pool of blood flooded under her bedroom door, and all she could do was sit, frozen with fear, the covers up to her face, and listen to the monster under the stairs smacking its lips as it ate its dinner. Good night, and sweet screams.